Well, we didn't get the job done, folks. You can see here's the wild card standings. The Phillies finished one game back of the Padres, 87 and 75. We won our last 6. We went 9-1 in our last 10. We went into the last day of the season, one game back from the Padres. We took care of business and won, but the Padres beat the Dodgers, and so they will be the AL wildcard team. And the expanded standings will tell you we were one win below our Pythagorean of 88 and 74, plus 67 run differential. We really regressed in one-run games this year, 25 and 28 in one-run games. You reverse that, 28 and 25, we'd be looking a lot better. But we didn't do it, and it's really because September was just a total failure for us. We're lucky we even got as close as we did to the postseason. In September, at one point, we fell 6 games out, I think it was, the wild card. We went 9 and 17 in September. You can see August was 16 and 11, 9 and 17, and then 7 and 1. So September just sucked. It just sucked. It was no fun. And we finished 11th in runs scored, which, just as you'll see when I go through, just too many guys underachieved on this team offensively. Nobody overachieved. Some guys had good seasons. Nobody overachieved. And we have a hitting coach who has really good ratings, but we're gonna move on after this performance because we wasted the second best pitching staff by runs allowed in the league, one of the best defenses, the best in zone rating. I mean, first in starters ERA, 5th in bullpen ERA. I can't believe that the offense is what held this team back. Like, first in starters ERA is just remarkable to me. I didn't expect that at all coming into the season. I thought we were really going to struggle pitching wise, but I think a lot of that, is we upgraded the defense a lot, and we have really good catchers, but we also suppressed home runs really well, which is remarkable in the park that we play in. So let's go ahead and look at the lineups. Well, actually, let me show you one thing that got the Padres into this. They went 23 and 3 in August. Like, come on, man. That's not fair. So let's look at the lineups to start. Let's just sort by, well, we don't want to look at pitching stats for hitters. I think we want to look at hitting stats. Let's just sort by WAR to start. So Harper, a solid season, 4.8 WAR, 123 WRC plus, 27 homers, only 64 RBIs. So, our poor on-base percentage hurt Bryce's opportunity to drive in runs, I guess. 24 steals and 25 tries. And, pretty similar season to last year. The WRC plus 122 to 123, half a win more, a good number more home runs, fewer runs driven in, but a good solid season from Bryce in age 29, but not an MVP caliber season. A guy who could put up 7 or 8 WAR pretty realistically and be an MVP candidate. He hasn't done that yet for us, so it would be nice to get that kind of season out of him. And so then Brian Reynolds, 4.4 WAR on the year, but that is his overall stats. He was a disaster for us. You'll see this as a theme on a lot of hitters. Negative 0.1 WAR in 56 games. So he put up a 153 WRC plus and 4.1 WAR in 95 games for Pittsburgh. I mean, that's an MVP pace. It's an MVP pace. And he came over to us and he put up a 76 WRC plus. So he went from being 53% above league average to 24% below league average. I mean, what can you do? Like, you bring in a guy with a good track record, not this good of a track record, but a good track record who's having an amazing year, and then he just turns into worse than any of your internal options that he replaced. Moniak and Hazley all performed better than this when they were up, and Reynolds just was terrible. So that's a bummer. Willie Adames, a great year from him. League average at the plate with the 99 WRC plus and a Gold Glove defense gives him 4.2 WAR. If you can play Gold Glove defense and be league average with the bat, that's remarkable. He had 2 years of arbitration left, and he was projected to make around $8 million and then around $11 million. And I signed him to an extension at 27. I signed him to a 4-year, $40 million extension. He'll make 8, 10, and then he's got a team option for $14 million in what I think will be his age 31 season with a $1.5 million buyout. I'm really happy with that. He's going to play Gold Glove defense for me and hopefully be at least adequate with the bat. I wanted to get this. If his bat kept performing league average, his arbitration estimates were going to keep going up. So we signed Willie. Real Muto, solid season with 3.1 WAR, but below league average with the bat. That's just not good enough for what we're paying him and the caliber of player he is. D.D. Gregorius, league average with the bat with 2.5 WAR. Whit Merrifield, much like Brian Reynolds, was just terrible when we got him. A 111 WRC plus for Kansas City, and last year with Kansas City was a 101 WRC plus for us. 289 plate appearance, a 66 WRC plus. Like I said, we're going to be finding a new hitting coach because just so many players were bad and nobody really overperformed other than maybe my man Nick Maton. So Nick Maton, he had 230 plate appearances. He ended up getting more and more playing time as the season went on. 144 WRC plus. He's making a push to be that starting second baseman next year. Alec Boehm, we need more from him. You know, a 108 WRC plus is fine. But if you're playing first base or DH, because it's really all he can play, it's not good enough. You know, it's fine. You can get by with this, but we need him to be a middle of the order force for us. And he just hasn't taken that step. So, you know, I'm not getting rid of him or anything. But I think if next year, if he settles into being this kind of player again, with the trade value that he brings back, I think, you know, we might look to move on from him. So we'll see. Hopefully he has a breakout season in his in next season for us. Kiermaier was really poor with the bat, but good in the field. Segura, a 74 WRC plus, terrible. Grichuk looks bad here, but that's his overall stats. And also he was just here to hit lefties. Girardi was playing him against righties more, and I tried to get him to cut it out. But he put up a 121 WRC plus against lefties. And so, yeah, which is right at his career, actually. Not as good as he had been in Toronto against lefties the last 3 years, but still good for a team that struggled against lefties. That was a big pickup for us. Rhys Hoskins, disaster year. 0 WAR, 86 WRC plus for a guy who was probably our best hitter the year before, arguably, with a 131 WRC plus. He's still, he had only 3 fewer homers, but a 198 average, a 292 on base, and a 397 slug. Just, geez, man. I mean, his strikeouts shot up. His walks went way down. He's 29 going in his last year of arbitration. I'm not sure if he's back next season, but we'll talk about that in a different episode. Hedges was miserable with the bat. I don't even know, like 18 WRC plus and 141 plate appearances. I don't care if you're the best defensive catcher in the game. That's not good enough. We needed more from Austin Hedges. So really the story is Bryce Harper. You know, if you sort by WRC plus, Maton was great. Reynolds was terrible with us. Harper was solid. Boehm was good. Everybody else, you know, now some of these guys like Adames did what we expected of him, right? But everybody else was league average or worse. And on a team with Real Muto, Merrifield, Hoskins, Segura, Reynolds, not good enough. Not good enough offense. Pitching-wise, a different story. So I'm going to start by R WAR. If you don't know the difference, so WAR is based off of FIP, fielding independent pitching, and R WAR is based off of ERA. So R WAR kind of tells us what happened and how good the pitchers were at run prevention. But it also factors in defense and things like that, obviously, if we're talking run prevention. Zach Wheeler, though, beast of a year, 5.3 WAR. Zach Eflin, 5.1 WAR. These guys were awesome. Sonny Gray, 4.4 WAR. Aaron Nola bounced back. And if you look at, they all benefited, really. You can say the reason their R WAR is so much better than their WAR is because their run prevention was better what their FIP says it should have been, which could be good luck, but it also is because of our defense. Our defense allowed our pitchers to overachieve. So Aaron Nola bounced back with a solid season, not the Nola we needed at 3.3 WAR. It's really remarkable with like how bad a lot of offense players were, and then Nola had pretty average Nola-ish season that we won 87 games still. And it's because of Wheeler, Eflin, Gray, Maton. Trinan was outstanding, 2.9 R WAR. Barrios with us, what did he do? He was awesome. FIP-wise, or ERA-wise, he was fine, but he put up 2.4 WAR, just 1 R WAR, 4.15 ERA, 3.05 FIP in 15 starts for us. Alvarado was solid again. Eastman was good out of the pen for us in his rookie year. Chatwood was a decent pickup. Daniel Bard and Sir Anthony Dominguez were both good. Barnes was fine. Kolarek was fine. Alexander was fine. Feltman struggled in the time that he was up, but he was young. He only pitched 29 innings, so we'll see if he's hopefully a piece of our bullpen moving forward. So, yeah, I mean, disappointing for sure. I'll show you the some of the league leaders. I'll get into the minor leagues as well as tell you who won the World Series in my next episode. I'm going to do, my off-season planning, but I'll also wrap up the season. And so let's look at just some of the league leaders. I actually haven't looked at this since I just finished playing out that game. I played out the last game. Wow, Joe Adell tied for the league lead in home runs. That's awesome, with Soto and Voit, Olson, Gallo, Bellinger, and Paul DeYoung. Wow, finish out the top. Wow, so pretty good season from Joe Adell. Did the Angels do anything with that season? Like, are they still bad? Of course they are. Well, they won as many games as me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So disrespectful. They got the second wild card. So what else happened here? Wander Franco with 7.4 WAR. Zach McKinstry tied for the league lead with 7.4 WAR. That's outstanding. I love random stuff like that. And okay, so Zach McKinstry, like the Dodgers definitely needed more talent. And let's see, Acuna, Bellinger, Soto, Freeman, and Tommy Edman round out the top of the WAR leaderboard. And OPS, you got Soto, Freeman, Acuna, Guerrero, McKinstry, of course, Bellinger, Franco. And let's see, Billy Hamilton led the league with 66 steals. I guess LeCastro must have been hurt. Bryce Harper led the league in walks. It's like the one Philly who's on any of these. Anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. Bohm was third in sacrifice flies. My oversight. And 53 doubles from Verdugo. 49 doubles from Jose Iglesias. Wow. Oh, Merrifield with 46. Not that a lot of those were with us. All right, so let's look at the pitchers. Like I said, I hadn't looked at this, so reacting in live, real time. Oh, Aaron Ashby led the league in ERA by a wide margin. 2.95 to next guy at 3.14. But look at the Phillies, man. 3 of the top 7, and this team didn't make the playoffs. That just goes to show you how freaking terrible our offense was. Trinan 7th in saves. So German Marquez led the league with 5.4 WAR. Our WAR isn't on here, which is probably like a better representation, to be honest, in a lot of ways. So Wheeler finished 7th in WAR. Marco Gonzalez led the league in innings pitched. What about Ks? Oh, Christian Javier from Houston, 214. Old friend Eduardo Rodriguez finished 2nd in Ks. So the rest of the pitcher WAR leaderboard went Marquez, Woodruff, Ferguson, Javier. Wow, Ryan Weathers, Jacob deGrom, Zach Wheeler. And ERA plus, Ashby, Wheeler, Darvish, Eflin, Gray. Yeah, those are our guys. And so yeah, that's the league leaders. So that's the season. I'll show you what the who won. So the Rays won the East. The Indians dominated the Central. The Mariners won the West. They're really good in this sim. They made the ALCS last year. The Braves, the Reds running away with the Central by 6 games. And then the Dodgers won the West by a mere 30 games over the Padres. So it'll be Mets, Padres, Astros, Angels in the wild card games. So I'll come back and I'll recap the postseason for you. I'll show you some minor leagues, and I'll do the whole kind of off-season planning episode where I talk through my thoughts, because, man, we gotta figure out Brian Reynolds, Whit Merrifield. They're both signed next year, and they're both really good players, but they were terrible for us. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do about Rhys Hoskins? What are we going to do about who else? Zach Eflin's a free agent. What are we going to do about him? So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Disappointing season, but I feel like just you can't control for so many things going wrong on offense in one season. Just bad breaks. I feel like we had the talent. We didn't get the performances. Talk to you guys next time.